Hello everyone, this is a Tesla Model 3 long range rear wheel drive, and we have to talk about my love and hate relationship that I have with Tesla Model 3 and why. Because on one hand the cars are amazing and so ahead of everyone else, and on other things they're just so behind. This video is brought to you by A Better Route Planner, the route planner for EVs. Hundreds of cars are supported. Choose your configuration, plan your route with the charging network that you want to prefer or charging networks that you want to avoid. If you're a premium member, you can use real-time weather forecast and traffic information, and you can also use A Better Route Planner in your car with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Use the link in the description to support the channel and use A Better Route Planner Premium for 30 days for free. As usual, we start with the good stuff. Oh, the steaming, it's amazing. But that's not it. The amazing thing about the Model 3 and the Y, and especially this car, is the efficiency and therefore the range. It has a 79 kilowatt-hour battery, a rear-wheel drive, 320 horsepower, and it's incredibly efficient. Even if you drive fast, even if it's winter, it doesn't matter. The car is awesome. The range is incredible, and even when you drive a bit faster, when you drive 150 or faster, it's incredible. It's so much fun. I love this car. For long distance driving, this car is amazing. When we stay at long distance driving, it's of course the supercharger network. It's everywhere. You plug in, it starts charging immediately. You don't need a card. It works really well. You can see in the infotainment system where the supercharger is. It plans your navigation stops and they're perfect. It's incredible. The whole network and with the car is just awesome. The space. This tiny little car has so much space if you want to bring stuff. The front is gigantic. The trunk is gigantic, and you have a second floor in the trunk that has so much space, and space for the people in the front and in the rear. It's unbelievable how much space this car has. And then the Model Y, of course, has even more space. I love that. They really planned this car, engineered it in a way that you have as much space as possible, and they succeeded. The app, it's so fast, it had so many functions, everything is here really quickly, and when you just scroll down you have lock, bonnet opening, rear boot opening. It's amazing. You have so much information, it's very accurate for everything, and it just works. It works and it is fast. It's the best app I have ever seen. And if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, I started vlogging on my third YouTube channel, Behind the Battery. The infotainment system is so fast and you have so many functions. I have deactivated a lot of apps that I don't need, but you have so much stuff from YouTube Music, Spotify, other music stuff, other video stuff, games. I mean, you have YouTube, this here. You have so much stuff. You have the entry mode that looks if someone is at the car and gives you a message. The update is so frequently, it works really fast. You can start it from the app. It's incredible, all the information you get, everything that you can adjust, and again it just works. You just go through and it works. It's so fast, it's incredible. And then they thought of a lot of different things. Here while charging, you see all the information you need. You see the car can open the front, lock the car, open the trunk. Up here you can press between state of charge and range. Really, really smart things. Also the left button here, when you press that long, it can be, you have a favorite, you can put it whatever you want. I have it right now to open the glove box. Really great. And then they have a lot of tiny little things that are just smart, like this charging screen. You see everything. Then here you have the range, and you press it, the state of charge, you press it, then you have the range. And then you have your car here, and you can open the front and lock the car, open the trunk. If you like this video, it would really help me out if you give it a thumbs up, and maybe you want to subscribe so you don't miss another video. But now let's get to the negative, where I have my problems with Tesla. And the first thing is, and this is a taste thing, it's the sporty ride. The car, even though this suspension is better than the previous one in the Model Y Juniper as well, it's better than the old ones, but it's still not comfortable. A Volkswagen ID.3 is more comfortable than a Model 3 or a Model Y. That's just how it is. And it's just a taste thing from Tesla, where they said we don't want this car to be too comfortable, it should be more sporty. But for me, that's not nice. A lot of other cars can be sporty, but can be comfortable as well. These cars aren't. The next is at higher speeds. Yes, again, I understand that most of people are not living in Germany, are not driving in Germany, and even if they are, they don't drive fast. I like to do that, especially since this car is so efficient at higher speeds, even at above 150 kilometers an hour. But it's just not stable, and it has to do with the steering that's extremely direct and not nice. Even though you can adjust it from light, standard and heavy, has no impact on that. It's still not stable. It just moves around, and I've driven a lot of different EVs, and a lot of them drive better at high speeds. And it doesn't matter if Model 3 or Model Y, they both are not great at higher speeds above 150, 160. Not nice. The next thing is the cruise control and the autopilot. And a bit is how it's functioning, a bit is how it's made, and a bit is what they designed, how you can change it in the infotainment system. So let's start with the cruise control. The cruise control keeps the speed well, it's fine. My major problem is that you cannot put it in resume. So here on the steering wheel you have this button. When you press it, it's autopilot on or cruise control on, and then with up and down you set the speed, with left and right you set the distance. But if you have to brake or turn it off, and you did it at, I don't know, 133, and then you want to drive to 133 again, it doesn't do it. You have to drive the speed again or adjust it again. And yes, there's the function in the infotainment system where you can set it, take the speed limit and add or subtract a number, which is great. The problem is a lot of times the speed limit that it recognizes is wrong. And why is there no resume? Every other car with a cruise control has a resume function. Why is it not that when I press it long, for example, it would be resume? Would be so simple, but they don't do it. The other thing is that you cannot, when you have autopilot on, when you get into the car and drive on, and at some point you feel, oh, the autopilot, I don't like it, so steering assist, I want to drive just with cruise control, and you set it to cruise control, you cannot set it back to steering assist. It doesn't work. This is why so many cars I can adjust on the steering wheel. If I use cruise control or steering assist, I just press and done. Here it just doesn't work. Then the ghost braking, since this car doesn't have sensors, it does everything with the cameras. It gets it sometimes wrong, the distance to a car, or that there's nothing where it has to brake, but it does it. And then, of course, the autopilot itself. It steers okay. On the country road, I feel it's a bit better than on the highway. It steers okay. My problem is you cannot adjust it. So when you drive on the highway and for your liking it's a bit too much to the left or to the right, you cannot adjust it. When you steer against it, it will turn off, and that's just not nice. It has, here we have the advanced autopilot, and it has the lane change assist. So if you are on a highway and you want to change lanes, it does it a bit slow, but okay, I get that, that's fine. But if you don't want to use it, you can't turn it off. So I have to, if I have autopilot on, I have to use lane change assist. I cannot turn it off. I don't get this. This is stupid. The next is the infotainment system. I have a lot of functions and settings, but there are also a lot of settings missing that I don't understand. I just said a lot of them from the cruise control or autopilot, but another thing is the loudness of your infotainment system when you drive. Yes, it changes the loudness when you drive fast and then when you drive slow, but when I adjust it when I'm driving fast, and I'm not saying 180, I'm saying 130, and then when I drive slow, it's way too loud. I have to adjust it all the time, and I cannot find a setting that can adjust it that it does a more different thing, that it's quiet enough when I'm standing, but loud enough when I'm driving fast. I have this in many other car a setting. Here, there's no setting. The other thing is that I only see two things. This screen is all I have, so this is already used for speed and power and I don't know what, so this is used up. Then I only have this big thing and then this down here. And this here in the middle is used for the stupid animation that I see my car and other cars. I don't get why I need this. I understand that this is a great achievement, that the cameras can see what that is and can adjust it and everything. It's really awesome, but I don't need to see that. Why can I not turn this off and use this real estate for something else? So for using the infotainment system, I have two things. I have this big thing and this small thing, so I can only see two things at once. If I want to see something else, I have to move, I have to press. If I want to see the music, if I want to see the climate, I have to press. Everything I have to press to see. The settings I get, but why can I not see 3 or 4 things at the same time? It's just not possible. That's very, very sad, and I don't like it at all. The climate is another thing. Here is so much space here and here, so much. Why is this not more on the right and I have my seat heater control here? Why do I have to press here and then adjust my seat heater? I don't get this. The same for the auto function. When I press my steering wheel heater, it goes automatically in auto. I have to press again so it turns on. Why do I have to press 10 times to get to this? They do so many things smart and then other things that do it so stupidly that they have to press. Steering wheel seat heater should be here, steering wheel heater here, done. Or a button on the steering wheel. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that here on YouTube via channel membership, but you also get something for it. You get early access to videos and of course early access to information if something is happening. And another thing is the auto functions. So this car has auto wipers and has auto high beam assist. And for whatever reason, when you use cruise control or Autopilot, it doesn't matter, it automatically puts the wipers in the auto and the high beam assist on. And the high beam assist I can live with. It's still annoying that it does it, but for the wipers it's mega annoying, especially now in this weather. We have icy weather, but the road is free but salted. That means cars are spraying a tiny bit of salt and water on your windshield. You put the high beams on, it automatically wipes because it's a bit wet and then you can't see anything, you have to spray. So every time I use cruise control, I have to get in right away and turn it off. Because if I use the button on the steering wheel, this here to adjust it, it will wipe once. And the last thing is the lack of buttons. Yes, with this new Model 3 Highland we have the stalk back for the indicator, not buttons on the steering wheel. Yay! But still, why can I not use this for the light? I can only use it for the indicator. If this could move forward or backwards, I could use it for the high beams and the light on. Why is there no extra stock for the wipers? Because the wipers are not good. When you have the wiper in auto, you don't have sensitivity settings. It's just auto and that's it. And when I drive in the rain, it does it okay, but when I then drive behind a truck where there's a lot of water on my windshield, it doesn't wipe faster. So then you have to adjust it, but there's no stock, so you have to press it, and then it's horrible. So I think you can see my love and hate relationship with Tesla Model 3 and Y really well. I would love to test the Model S, but Tesla so far doesn't want to give me one. I drove the Plaid for half an hour and so, and it was way more comfortable. It has a cockpit. I think there were a lot of things in there that is way better. I understand that the car is double the price than a Model 3 and Y, but I know that Tesla can do it. And I would love to test it again if it's really as good as I think, with the suspension as well. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BetterLife1, but that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.